So, talking about crossing fingers, our mind was completely blown yesterday because Spider-Man is returning to the big screen. Yes, he's not gone, thanks to Thanos. Anyways, Marvel Studios has released a teaser trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home, which reveals that the superhero will rise from the ashes after the events from Avengers Endgame. Well, take a look for yourself.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
That was so good.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Happy.
You look nice.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. New dress?
Yes, it is. How'd you know?
What just happened?
Planning a trip?
Mm-hmm. Going to Europe. It's a school trip.
Did you get your passport?
Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please.
Mini toothpaste?
Mm-hmm.
Pack your suit.
I just want to go on my trip with my friends. Europe doesn't really need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You look really pretty.
And therefore, I have value.
No, that's not
I'm
right.
messing with you. You look pretty, too.
I just want to spend some time with MJ. I think she really likes me, dude.
That reminds me when I first fell in love. I had just finished my film called.
So nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
You're Nick Fury.
Put some clothes on. Let's go for a ride.
Is he gonna be okay like that?
Might want to turn him over so he doesn't swallow his tongue.
I think Nick Fury just hijacked our summer vacation.
Awesome! You got gifts, Parker, but you have a job to do. Are you going to step up or not?
You're all alone. Your friends are in trouble. What are you going to do about it?
You don't want any part of this.
Who is that guy?
He's like Iron Man and Thor rolled into one.
He's no Spider-Man.
What is it with you and Spider-Man?
But he looks out for the neighborhood, has a dope suit, and I really respect him.
Now, you see, Spider-Man had one of the most emotional endings in Avengers Infinity War. And, you know, I cried, everybody cried. But you see, this means that Spider-Man obviously lives. Nick Fury as well, who died at the end of Infinity, is coming back too. We're excited. Anyways, away from that, let's get into the fact that a high school student has been cast in the very highly coveted role of Maria in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story remake. So Rachel Zegler, who is 17, was chosen from 30,000 applicants after responding to a casting call for Latino and Latina actors in last year. So some past performances of the musical, including the 1961 film, have been accused of whitewashing its Puerto Rican characters. Zegler will star alongside a cast of Broadway veterans, including Tony and Oscar-winning actress Rita Moreno. So if you think we're done giving you some goodness today, you're wrong, because Keira Knightley's film Colette tackles sexism in 20th century France. So Colette tells the story of a woman whose inner voice as a writer has long been denied. She is willing to take extraordinary measures to promote the emergence of her inner voice as a new writer. Take a look.
Montigny. I was born there in 1873. I shall probably not die there.
Colette was one of the most famous writers of the last century. She was groundbreaking, talking about sexual awakening of a teenage girl. In some ways, she is credited as creating the modern teenager.
The wild days have just begun.
She was married to somebody called Willie.
He was a big celebrity at the time. Really, he was an impresario, a sort of producer man.
He had what he called a factory of different writers, and it would all be put under the name Willie.
All of Paris is saying your husband is a genius.
Colette started writing as part of the factory.
My name is Claudine.
It's beautiful.
We've never had one fly off the shelves like this before. And do you know who's buying it?
young women.
She was the talent, and yet he got all the credit for it.
Willie, your book will change the world!
He was desperate that nobody should find out that it had been her that had been writing it.
I have a little plan to turn Claudine into the most popular girl in the entire world.
You've got this secret, and it's bursting out of the edges.
I believe Willie based Claudine in part on your school days.
Yes, I think I had a little something to contribute.
Around the turn of the century, Paris was the center of the world.
The modern age was on the threshold. There was something in the air. Colette was a star.
We are with the times.
They were definitely a celebrity couple in a way that we would definitely recognize today.
Paris, palm of our hands.
When they showed up somewhere, it was Colette and Willie are here. It was like John and Yoko were here.
Claudine!
She was so progressive for her time.
He was after you.
Your jealousy is misplaced.
How so?
It was the wife I found interesting.
It's still very rare that anyone lives so totally by their own rules.
She's a very brave, brilliant character. It's about empowering young women.
It was 100 years ago. A lot has changed, but a lot hasn't.
I need my name on the book. Women writers don't sell.
You still all the time get, no, female writers don't sell, or female directors don't make films because they're not going to make money. I mean, you get that all the time. We do what we're told and we follow the rules of our society, and she very much broke them. She would be as extraordinary today as she was back then.
Extraordinary, that's the key word for every single person who has stayed tuned to the show up until this point. Now, before we say goodbye to you, I have a final film recommendation. So Netflix is stepping up its game. The streaming platform has released the first trailer of the film Paula. It stars Mads Mikkelsen, Vanessa Hudgens, Catherine Winnick, and Matt Lucas. It is set to premiere on January 25th, and it's time for you to take a look.
I like it here. It makes me peaceful.
Me too.
You're not from around here, are you?
No, I'm retired.
What was your job?
I was in the funeral business.
As you know, we manage the investments of our employees. If a former agent dies after retirement, their $8 million goes back to the company.
This is a bad idea.
Bang. Where the hell is he? Somebody set me up over here. You better pray you have nothing to do with it.
Think of a minute. You tried to kill the Black Kaiser and kidnap his cute little neighbor. We should pay him so we don't have to look over our shoulder for the rest of our lives.
You'll need all of it.
Try not to be scared. You make mistakes when you're afraid.
Thought you stopped smoking.
Figured it wouldn't kill me.
Why are you doing this?
I like her.
You're not a good man. But you're doing a good thing.
Well, that's all from us here in Lagos and from every single person here. Yeah, thank you so much for watching the show. Now, don't forget this. You can catch us every single weekday at 4 p.m. right here on the Arise News channel. So until next time, I am Kachi Ofia, and this right here has been Arise 360. Thank you for watching.